Hello and welcome to 60-second lesson extended with me, Jake Woodward. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at a cool linear groove that could be useful in many different genres like funk, pop, or some heavier styles as well. Linear style drumming was made famous by drummers like Mike Clark and David Garibaldi. A linear groove simply means that there's only ever one drum or cymbal playing at a time, meaning that you don't layer parts together such as the hi-hat and bass drum or hi-hat and snare. This can be a tricky concept to grasp at first, as most drummers are initially taught non-linear patterns. We get so comfortable with these patterns that when it comes time to break away and play a linear groove, it can feel quite alien. With that being said, if this is your first time looking at linear grooves, maybe take this groove nice and slow at first and move up in just, say, 2 to 5 BPM increments. So to make learning this groove a little bit easier, we're going to look at it in 4 parts, each part consisting of 2 beats within a 4/4 bar. Here is the first part at a slower tempo. Notice that we have a ghost note on the snare. This ghost note should be played around the same dynamic as the hi-hat. And for more funk or pop approaches, I would keep this dynamic pretty low. This will allow our backbeat to really drive the groove along. Now let's look at the second part of the groove. Now let's look at the third part. And finally, the last part. Once you get comfortable with all 4 parts of that groove, it's time to put them together. Now let's hear it a bit more up to speed. As I mentioned at the start, this groove can be quite useful in heavier styles as well. If you put the right hand on a stacked cymbal, and you could explore moving the left hand around the kit, you can get some interesting patterns. Here's one for example. So I hope that you can find some use from that lesson. Linear drumming has a unique sound and can be really useful used in the right settings. If this is the first time you've tried playing a linear groove, why don't you try writing your own and see where it can take you? There is a link to the sheet music from today's lesson below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more lessons very soon.